Thank you, Roxanne. Hello.
So yeah, take a seat. Um, so you guys are innovating in wine, which is a very kind of traditional area. But actually, let me start with your background because you're not at all from the wine industry.
Not at all.
So what did you do prior?
Prior, I work as a musician in a band called Green Olive. We were doing rock and roll in Europe, and then I started to create a startup for helping these musicians to to help them book some gigs, to help them promote them the shows and stuff like that. And then it works well. We sell it to a big company, and I had time and money, and I chose to do what I love most is food and wine. But I'm not very good at wine, and so I decided to learn it, and I've been to atelier, to wine testing, to stuff like that, and it was not made for me. I thought it was too professional. It was for being a chef sommelier, and I don't want to be a chef sommelier. I just want to know how to taste wine and to discover wine in another way. So I decided to go to other wine testing, and it was for not for me. So I decided to create a new way to learn and discover wine.
Okay, so essentially, we saw Jolie Box this morning. You guys are kind of similar in what you're doing with essentially wine subscription. Do you want to say, when I sign up for Le Petit Ballon, what do I receive? What's the deal?
Alors, if you're a member of Le Petit Ballon, you get two bottles every month at your door, selected by our chef sommelier. Is Jean-Michel Deluc is the old chef sommelier of Le Ritz. Is a very good guy. And then you have a leaflet in your box where you can learn the basics of the wine, and then you go to our website and you can learn how to taste wine with the videos and text. It's a kind of a game. It's very easy, and it's we try to make it funny also, and to taste wine, to learn how to taste wine and to know the wine, the producers, all the wine circle. And then if you like the bottle, you can rebuy it in our website at best prices.
Okay, very good. I was going to say d'accord.
Sorry.
So essentially, you have this wine expert who's picking these two wines. You're getting a full bottle, two full bottles every month delivered to your door. What's the price? Does it change if it's a $30 wine or a very expensive wine, or is it always going to be the same price? And how much is it?
We have two different formulas. One
Okay.
for beginners, it's at 20
Okay.
euros, and one for the more professional, it's at 40. And you always have two bottles, not samples. Yes, it's full bottles, and we don't want to change our formulas. The prices are good. The formulas are good for our customers. Yet, so for instance, for now, it's good like that. We will see if we create another one, more the top one.
Okay, so essentially, I think it's really interesting that you don't have a background in wine and that you decided to go into this area. I guess it kind of proves you don't need to be from that same kind of domain or sector. But when you were going and approaching these different independent wine producers to use Le Petit Ballon, I'm sure they were like, why do I need to use this? What is it? How does it work? What was kind of the reaction and how did you get them to actually start using it?
It was hard at the beginning because producers never didn't understand what were the purpose of the Petit Ballon. So we put our chef sommelier in front of the producer, and we say Now the Jean-Michel Deluc, our sommelier, will choose your wine, will promote your wine, and will put your bottle in every hands of our members, so they will all know your wine. They will all know how to taste it, and they will all know how to communicate with their friends to your wine. So with Jean-Michel, it was easier, very easy. Alone, I think that no good wine producers would work with us. So this Jean-Michel, this sommelier, this expert, help us to begin, and then we have figures. Now we have figures to say, if we work with you, you will have we will buy you thousands of bottles, and they will know your wine, and they will rebuy it, and we have figures to prove that it works and that it's good to work with Le Petit Ballon.
So essentially, what you're telling me is that the producers were interested by Jean-Michel,
Exactly.
obviously because he's credible, and also the fact that you were going to put their wine in front of potentially millions of people who could also market it for them.
Exactly.
Okay, very good. And
Thank you,
you didn't. Thank you. So you didn't have to kind of go out there and actually purchase their wine ahead of time, or are you doing that as well?
Yes, we are purchase all
Okay.
the bottles we gave to the
Okay, so
clients.
that's probably interesting for them too.
Exactly.
Okay, okay, very
It's
good.
not at the normal price, but it's at a good price.
Very good. So I'm just going to go to one last question before we open it up. Essentially, what Quentin said this morning is that Joli Box works very well because of the kind of made in France brand. When people see cosmetics, they like to think it comes from France because of the history and the culture. I'm sure you see the same thing in the wine space. How is this going to affect you guys when you grow? Are you going to only be giving French wines to people internationally, or do you actually plan to bring in outside wines as well?
In France, we are bringing outside wines for our customers, but the thing is that we want to grow internationally, and we are testing in UK and Peru, and we want to have the same wine in France to make the Peruvian and the English discover our wines. So the Paris thing for Le Petit Ballon is very good for us, but only if we have French wines to make
Okay.
to put in our offer.
Okay, great. Thank you. Does anybody have any questions for him? Encore, n'hésitez pas à poser des questions en français. Okay, we have one.
Are you exporting those two bottles? Do you send them? Do you dispatch them to clients who are abroad or in other countries? And how do you deal with taxes, with the import duties? Is that a problem or an issue for you?
Yes, it's a big issue. So we have to find a logistic partner in the country where we are testing, and then they are with an office dealing with all the taxes and regulation and stuff like that. But we have to have a certain volume for making these things easy. Now it's a big issue.
And I think we had.
The price only. Yeah, the price is the main issue. Yeah, exactly.
And do we have one more question somewhere here? No? Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks for inviting us. Thank you.